Something I recently read that I love is that you can't be a victim and victorious at the same time. And I would encourage you to share that message with anyone who complains. This is a real easy way to curb complaints. We are leaders and we have to proceed as such. So the next time you think of complaining about anything, especially out loud, just remember you can't be a victim and victorious at the same time. Good morning to you, good day to you, good evening to you. Whatever time of day it is, I wish you the absolute best. My name is Freed. Welcome to The Art of Being Freed. This is a show that focuses on growth, mindset development for creatives. So if things aren't going well in your life, maybe personally or professionally, or you feel like the ball isn't really bouncing your way, that's a great opportunity to ask yourself, am I prepared for the ball to bounce my way? Think about it. The average person complains between 15 and 30 times per day. And I read this article that said that the average adult spends 8 minutes and 45 seconds a day complaining. So if you're someone who complains, even if it's just venting to yourself, but you present no solutions, then you're going to continue to draw that negativity to you. When you complain often, you start to rewire your brain to attract negativity and traits like, being pessimistic or being unhappy. Like you start to become that type of person and you wonder why the ball may not be bouncing your way. That is likely the reason. Are you optimistic? Are you a glass half empty type? Do you take time to express your gratitude? Those are the types of questions that you want to address and identify if things aren't necessarily, working out for you. Now, we do have a fix for complaining, and it takes some conditioning, but it does work. So 100% of the time, guaranteed, as long as you're mindful of this practice, you're going to see a shift in your philosophy and things start to work out in your favor. And that's shifting your mindset to becoming a solution-based thinker. The simplest way to, think about being a solution-based thinker is to imagine that, you're on a boat and there's a hole in the boat that's causing the boat to sink. And what are you most likely to do? Are you going to complain about the hole and sink with the boat? Or are you going to find something to, plug that hole up and prevent the leak? Every time you complain without a solution, you may as well be drilling another hole in that boat without attempting to fix any leaks. See, complaining brings you and everyone around you down. Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you have to vent. This is a natural part of life, and life is going to life. And it's easy to complain. Someone used to tell me that it's easy to stay in the dark, especially when things aren't really going, your way. You just want to stay in that corner and brood. So if you're not satisfied with where you are in life and you do want to make better changes for yourself and your outlook, understand that it's going to take some time to get to where you want to be, but also understand that this is free for you to do. Like, it doesn't cost you anything financially to shift your mindset to being a more solutions-based thinker. And the best things in life are free. So give yourself the grace to understand that this won't be an overnight fix. So if you can practice being mindful about the situations you face, think before you speak, lean into your gratitude, and make the choice to not complain, to lean into being solution-based, how can you make this work for you? How can you make this work for everyone involved? Then that's when you start to see the shift, and it starts with being mindful and grateful. So there's this rule called the 3-to-1 rule, where for every one complaint or problem, you want to consciously strive to come up with 3 solutions or at least 3 positive perspectives. And to share a personal story, one of my biggest complaints that I had just growing up or coming up into adulthood was I had this long commute and I never liked the drive. I focused on the fact that I didn't like the drive. It was like a few hours a day on the freeway, and it was just a real easy thing to complain about and a very easy excuse to use if my day didn't start off right. So, I went back to work. I took on a role that required a bit of a commute, something that I traditionally didn't care for. And I decided, although that's something that's traditionally been a problem, what's a positive observation that can help to shift my mindset when it comes to this commute? And the answer was to listen to audiobooks and training. And candidly, that changed my life. So now I look forward to the drive because when I arrive at my destination, I'm I'm that much better of a person based on the content that I've been consuming on that drive? Am I thinking about the negatives of that drive or of that experience? Another example is to prepare your mind for the day. Prepare your mind for the task at hand. What are you expecting that you can control? Another personal story, I was talking to my son a while back, and he's big into martial arts. Like, he's going on his second Dan black belt in Taekwondo, and he's actually an assistant instructor, which I'm very proud of. And I'm taking him to work one day, or to train, and I asked him, I said, what are you thinking about? Because I was just curious. He's very stoic. And as we're driving up, and the first thing he said was, I'm preparing my mind. And that was striking to me, because it was like, you're not just going to work, you're going to work with intention. Like, I'm seeing the moves that are going to come my way. I'm seeing the challenges that are going to come my way. And I'm going to figure out, I'm figuring out ways to overcome them in my mind. This is what he's telling me. And my guy was like 17 at the time. So I'm just like, bro, like, you're going to be a master, like, because it starts with your mindset. So if you've been in a space where you think things aren't going your way, it's a simple mindset shift and making sure that you're not complaining and being negative. And if you are, start to shift your philosophy into becoming more of a solutions-based thinker. And you can do that by just leaning into being mindful, grateful for what you have, and by consciously telling yourself, for every one complaint, I'm going to come up with 3 solutions. I can promise you that you will start to become a better, more positive person for yourself and for the people around you. And you're going to start to see more opportunities come your way. That's the solution. If you got any value out of this video, please like and share with others. The Art of Being Freed drops new episodes every Friday, so subscribe to see the latest episodes. And at the end of this video, you can stay tuned for the link to the entire first season of The Art of Being Freed. Until next week, I appreciate you coming through and listening and watching the podcast. This is your boy Freed, and I will see you next Friday. Peace.